Anyway, hello guys, this is Creeper along with Mimi.
Hi everybody.
I thought this would be a great opportunity. As you can see, my pain points are a lot lower than they were. That's because of the 0.9 update. Which, okay, cool. It gives us an opportunity to try out some of these things that we've been putting into our films. And yes, they do work. Yesterday we spent about 8 hours running through things, going to the hospital, going down to the rail station, and yes, at the hospital we were pulling in between $6,000 and $8,000 per run. Mm-hmm. Right now, we've spent most of our money, again, outputting our characters to the best of our ability. My pain points are rather low right now. Then we went down to the
rail yard.
We pulled in about $2,000 to $2,500 on the runs. We found and tested what we could, which, in our understanding, for the same danger, the hospital run makes more sense, which we're right now in A0. That's one of the ones that we really enjoy as a safe zone. But we run up here. Yesterday we ran all the way around. Well, actually we ran through here. This is how we end up leaving. And then we came down and ended up at the rail yard. We did that. We visited this safe zone. And as you can see, we're back here now. Anyway, we wanted to also kind of take it opportunity. We talked about it. Maybe we need a little bit of a introduction. I notice I'm not getting many likes, which is fine. That's how people feel, I suppose. Well, maybe if you understood a little bit about what we are actually doing. We're not setting these films. We're not making these films to help out the players that are better than us. We're mediocre players, probably, maybe.
Average to mediocre, yeah.
We're not the greatest players. What is unique about us is like Warframe. Warframe, I put in over 5,800 hours into Warframe. It took me approximately, 2,000 to 3,000 hours before I was even done with the first part of Warframe.
Yeah.
We were over 4,000 hours before we actually started helping other players. We wanted to have a better understanding of the game. I just do that. I mean, I'm 56 years old. I know the jokes. The 56-year-old man who is living in his mother's basement and refusing to pay rent. And actually, we own our own property. Me and Mimi do.
Yes, we do.
Just like Roxy and her husband, Super Extreme Jeff. They own their own property. I'm a farmer. Our garden is bigger than some people's yards. We've raised chickens. We've raised rabbits with one of our daughters and her husband.
Yes.
We're grandparents. We've got 3 grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
3 children. We're people, but we enjoy gaming. Normally, I would not do this. There is no way I would do this. I'm way too shy for that. But I have the support and help of my wife, Mimi, and our eldest daughter, Roxy. That's not her real name, but that's her game name. Just like mine is Alton, but I go by Creeper. Everybody has their persona that they go through, in which I always play like a female character. If I have that option, I will play a female character. It's kind of the same thing I would suggest people do when we would play GURPS with them or any type of tabletop RPG. Play something that you will never be. So what we started doing, thanks to my son-in-law, Super Extreme Jeff, is to help out the players who may be struggling, new players who may not understand the game and how to get certain things. I know when we first came into this game, we were actually
No idea.
struggling.
Yeah.
Trying to find out even where to get medical supplies besides buying them. They had to be out there, so the first thing that we did was go to the SCUM maps, and wow, there's medical. It says there's medical here. We went there and got killed by a sentry.
Yep.
And it took us a while to even find the hospital. I think we were in it well over 200 hours before we found the hospital.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Ever since then, we go to the hospital. So, of course, that's information that we're going to share with our viewers is, hey, go to the hospital. Run there. You will end up finding your medical supplies. It's actually a fairly easy run. Are you going to run into danger? Oh, yeah, you'll run into danger, but you will come out. We ran it 3 times yesterday. Spent about 8 hours. You can see we're only at fame points of 47. Why? Probably because I'm not a very good player at it, but I'm dedicated. I love this game. This is a game that we will end up spending thousands of hours doing. We're not going to rush through it. We're not going to go, oh, well, they just released the bunkers, so we need to go into the bunkers and shoot a film for you guys. No. We're just like everybody else. We're going to have to work our way through. So we decided this is going to be our introduction to you. Whether you like us or not, that's no bearing. One thing that we can tell you is if you're looking for some place that you can go where people will help you and not necessarily hunt you, you are more than welcome on our server. We'll do what we can to help you out. We're not going to play your game for you, but we will help you go on runs. We will
try to assist you however we can.
Yes, and however you need. That's just how we play. That's for the last 1,500,000 to 1,500 hours, we were playing Warframe. And truthfully, the reason why we got out of Warframe, they started paying more attention to politics and trying to be politically correct rather than worrying about their game.
Yeah.
And if you worried about your game and put in as much time into your game, you would end up with more content, better content. I can tell you this, with the limited amount of hours that I put in, which I put in just over 600 hours right now into this game is far better than Warframe. They have taken into account more details, like your metabolism system. Well, that takes time to learn. Every time I sign in, my character ends up starving. All of a sudden, they have this where their water and their food is draining out of them. Why? How come this happens? Even if I eat, it just all of a sudden it's gone. Well, we want to understand that. And how does that work with the metabolism system? So, what we can tell you is if you're watching our videos and you're a much better player, you probably want to avoid my videos. They're not for that. And they're not just even on that. They're not my videos. They're our videos. This is something that Mimi and Roxy are very much a part of, and I need them to be a part of it. Right now it's just me, but Mimi is sitting right here beside
next to you. Yeah.
Going, hey, okay, this is
good.
what we could do. Yeah, it sounds good. Keep going. No, don't keep going. Anyway, Right now, what we're going to be doing and covering in a lot of our videos is the us getting back up to our points, us regaining our equipment, our money. We had over 200,000.
Oh yeah.
I had over almost 1,200 points in pain. And to click back on and it's gone, and that was devastating. Yeah, we could.
Base is gone, our cars are gone,
I'm
everything.
an administrator, so why not put it all back in? Because it gives us an opportunity to try things that we've been putting in our films. We can go through and see if it really works for you. If it doesn't, then we will make a film saying, wait a minute, guys, that's not correct. Like right now, I can tell you, yes, you could go down there, you can get your tuna, you can get your sardines. It's still a great place to get that. We did get attacked by puppets when we ran from the rail yard over to the safe zone down over in here. We ran from here over. We were attacked all the way along until, we got here, and then we came back attacked all the way along. We got back to the rail yard, and they put at least, 5 or 6 puppets in there. We weren't expecting them. We got waylaid. It was fun. It was frustrating.
And some of them were actually, dressed in military garb.
Yeah.
And they were a little bit harder to kill, and they hit pretty hard.
Yes, if you watched our video, the one where the puppet mechanics, the military puppets seem to be slightly more aware than the other puppets. They are able to pick you out in bushes, things like that, where the other puppets may just stop at a bush. It's always going to be a military one that will just run into the bush on you. So they were aware of us, and boy, did we get attacked. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And that's what we think rebuilding our things are going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, if that's not your cup of tea, well, good for you. Don't waste your time on my videos. My videos are set up for people who struggle, for people who really want to admire the game, the work that the devs had put into it. This is a gorgeous game, and by far, hands down, much better than Warframe. Number one, we're not dealing with all the political shenanigans. These people seem very laid back. I enjoy that. There was times that we were having problems in the game. Well, of course, we went to Steam, and we were like everybody else. Hey, we're having issues, and then next thing you know, we're talking to somebody that's working on their team, and we didn't know it, and boy, that was a bit of a shocker, and we giggled about it. It was like, well, whoa, but we were really impressed. They were talking to us. They wanted to know what the issue was and how to fix it.
They were asked specific questions, and it was like trying to answer them best we could, but we didn't know who they were at the time. And then we realized, we're like, oh my goodness.
Try to get that same thing out of the devs at Warframe. You're not going to get it.
No.
You are not going to get that. You're not going to get the interaction unless they have time for you. This, it seems like they really care about their player base. Well, hey, the player base also includes fat old men who enjoy spending many, many hours exploring every little detail that they can. I'm the type of person, when I started Skyrim, it took me hours to get out of the first castle where they were going to lop your head off, because I was too busy looking at the walls, looking at the world that they had created. I enjoyed that game. And that was another game that I spent hours on.
Oh, yeah.
If you're this type of person, maybe you're somebody who just maybe struggles in games and wants to get a little bit of a advantage. We're trying to answer the questions that we had when we started. That's what we're trying to do for you.
I'm trying to dig into the lore and understand the game, understand how things work, and trying to give people a little bit of a heads up on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Mimi. That's
Thank
exactly.
You, Creeper.
Anyway, we have fun at it. We game together.
Mm-hmm.
There's a puppet out there. You see it? Anyway.
Yes, I do.
Boy, now see, that was some of the contention that we had last night. I have things that render in a little later than Mimi and Roxy do.
Yeah.
Like when I'm driving in one of their vehicles in one of the towns, there's a van that all of a sudden it won't be there. And then I'll either hit that or pass right through it. Mimi and Roger are going to watch out, you're going to kill us, that kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not there on my screen. We ran into that last night, and I don't know if that's an issue with my computer or maybe it's a problem with the server that we're renting. I don't know. I know I have that issue where I didn't see some of the puppets last night.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a while to render in. We did a video for the second castle up in D2. Yeah. And we had absolutely no puppets where we ran it one night before and we had several puppets. Is that a glitch in the game?
Or is it a difference between night and day? We do understand that some nights puppets are more frequent in areas like on the bridge we had to cross coming back. And we did that at night. Sometimes we see puppets, sometimes we do not.
So, anyway, like we've talked about in the films, we are cooperative players. We will get into a little bit of PvP, but that's not what we play for. We're not playing to compete against you or whatever. We're there to help out, have fun with the game, understand the game, and then pass that information to people that are interested in hearing it.
Absolutely.
Again, if you don't care for my videos, well, that's fine. I don't care. That's fine.
If you are kind of a people and you wanting the same thing, you may not be the best player out there. You're playing by yourself and want people to play with. Drop us a like, drop us a line, let us know.
Yeah, we'll be happy to have you in on our server. If you want to play completely by yourself and not be pestered, just explore the game itself. Yeah, tell us where you want to play. We'll stay away from it. That's how we play. We're there to wanting people to enjoy playing the game. I think this game has got legs. I think it's going somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
We play this game because to us, this is the next Warframe or Skyrim. It's the next game that we're going to be spending hours upon hours playing. And the information that we uncover, that's the information that we're passing on to you. And then we'll go through and we'll test it. I mean, Lutheus, nothing against the man, but we've tried some of the stuff. One time we got bored and Roxy was like, I'm bored. Well, let's go try the Buckers. I watched a video from Lutheus. All we got to do on the sentries is hide in the bushes. Yeah, all three of us died at least once. I died twice, 3 times. 3 times trying to deal with them. And I was like, okay, obviously, we're not ready for this. Not saying that the man was passing wrong information. No, not at all. We're just not at his level. Lutheus was somebody who, I mean, I think if You asked him to go jump in the ocean and let one of the sharks attack him and show the minigame. He probably would do that. He seemed like a pretty decent fella, you know. He spends a lot of time in this game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not trying to knock him. I'm just saying we could not do it.
No.
Roxy got stepped on. Mimi got shot twice, 3 times. You were shot.
Yeah.
3 different times. I was shot
many
times. We even tried to take him out with the M82A1, and yeah, that didn't fare well. So we were like, yeah, we're obviously not ready for this, and we just continued playing our games, and that's where we're at now. Anyway, this was kind of just a, hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, we are just like you. We lost everything. Can be a disappointment, but at the same time, we look at it as a chance to train up and get our characters better.
Yes,
learn to play better. Get to delve in deeper into the game, visit those things that we did through our playing, hours of playing, we have lost, and we'll be more than happy to share things. If you guys want to see something, I'm not ready to go into the bunkers. I can tell you, I'll just go in there and die. That's not fun to me. I want to be able to at least have a chance. But if you see something that you want to see, some place that you want us to actually try to visit, we'll try to do it, as long as it's not something really crazy. We're eventually going to get into the radiation. We're eventually going to... you will never catch my fat ass in the water.
No.
I've already been eaten by a shark. Once is enough. I don't need to do it again. I have an extreme fear of water, which is funny because we live right next to a creek, sometimes river, depending on how it's raining. But I'm not in there. I don't do that. I don't do water. Anyway, it was a pleasure to meet you. Again, this was just an introduction to who we are. We hope to get to meet each and every one of you and would enjoy meeting you.
Absolutely.
And again, if some of you would like to play on our server, just drop us a line. Let us know. And we'll be happy to include you, as long as you're not one of these, like my nephew, who likes to just go around and destroy what other people have created. That's his fun. I would never have him just come in and do that.
No.
Because that's just, to me, that's ridiculous. I don't play that way. I like learning a game. I like learning all the details of the game and then helping other people appreciate the game. Anyway, we will not keep up any more of your time or take up any more of your time. Again, it's a pleasure to meet you, and don't be afraid to communicate with us. Talk at you later. Bye.
Bye.